it is, guys? It's your boy Blasphemous HD. You know what I'm saying? Today we are here to check out 799 scary TikToks that you should not watch by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Now, we about to pull up the chat. You know what I'm saying? We pulling up all the peoples. You know what I'm saying? Hey! Oh my God, scared the crap out of myself. What it is, you guys? Hope you guys are having a good morning. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you guys had a productive day. You know what I'm saying? We about to get up in these clips, man. Yeah, man. That's what's up. All right, y'all. We getting the links. We firing up the links. What's up, RDE King? Yo, what's up, Scrap Baby? What's up, Plusher Plays? What's up, Alexis Corral? Yo, what's up? Hope you guys having a good day so far. You know what I'm saying? Man, we got a bunch of clips to check out today. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm scared, you know what I'm saying? But we gonna jump into these mugs anyway. Yo, what's up, Jessica? What's up, Jessica? What's up, Ghost Furball? What's up, Deep Purple? What's up? What's up? All right, y'all. Let's do this. Yeah, getting everything set up. And now we am ready. Let's do this. All right, boom.
Over into the other.
Oh, snap. All right. And we're ready. And we're back. Let's do this, boys. Turn up. All right, so we going to get ready. Yeah, I'm saying I'm not scared. We got this.
A father says that he was busy working in his office one day when his son came running in and seemed very upset. The boy claimed that, quote, a man was moving things in the other room.
Ugh.
The dad follows the boy into the living room to find things scattered all across the floor. So he checks his security cam to see just what happened. What he finds chills him to his core.
All right, hold on, we're going to rewatch this. I'm bringing up the other chat. The other chat. You know what I mean? Let's see. Blasphemous HD. Dizzle. Do. All right, making sure the audio is good. And we up in this mug. Oh, put it up on the wrong phone. I got 3 phones. Nut.
All across the floor. So he checks his security cam to see just what happened. What he finds chills him to his core.
All right, y'all. We got the chats up. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Devontae? What's up, Scrap Baby? Yo, what's up, Ronald?
See just what happened. What he finds chills him to his core.
That's some Toy Story type shit. That's a good thing. Maybe. Oh shit. Okay, now it's bad. It's terribly bad. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah. I thought that was one of them mobile vacuum clean. Oh, I thought, okay. That's a human child. Thought that was a ghost for a second. The child doesn't know he should be scared of that. No. Hell no.
A small toy in a dog bed can be seen sliding across the living room floor all by themselves. The seemingly annoyed little boy rushes over to the objects and even starts picking up the dog bed and throwing it back to the floor in frustration. The dog bed then aggressively slides back towards him, knocking him over. But luckily, the little boy lands right on the soft bed. So, just what was the boy seeing when he told his dad that, quote, a man was moving things?
Oh, hell
Could
no.
some dark presence be haunting their home?
More than likely.
You decide.
Oh boy. Yo, with that being said, the super chat milestone is 10 super chats. Once we reach 10 super chats, we're going to jump immediately into our scary gaming portion of the evening, day, and or afternoon. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to pick the scary game, and I've got one. It's a Five Nights at Freddy's remake, and last time I played it off camera and had to turn it off. Like, it was bad. But yeah, 10 super chats, and we jump right into that mug. You know what I'm saying? Turn up.
Glitches in the Matrix.
None? Oh, I bet.
TikTok user Eddie is parked in front of a Boston pizza restaurant in Fresno, California, when he spots something very weird.
Okay, where is this car that's reflecting on this Boston pizza window? It's a Corvette C8.
No, it's not hot yet, RDE King.
I seriously don't see that car anywhere.
Oh. Your headset broke, sadly. I'm sorry to hear that, Ghost Fur.
What?
I hope you get a new headset, bros.
Where is that car? Hello, where's that car?
Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
Where is this car?
In the reflection of the restaurant's window, Eddie sees an orange Corvette C8. But when he looks around the parking lot, it's not there. In disbelief,
Hey, what's
Eddie
up, Jay
posts his
Burger?
video to TikTok, wondering if he might have caught a
I'm eating
quote,
ramen.
glitch in the Matrix. The bizarre
eating
footage goes
delicious
viral,
top
receiving
ramen.
over 2.8 million views.
Damn.
In the comments, viewers repeatedly ask Eddie to go back and film the
got 2
location
bowls.
one more time.
Okay, we are back at the same parking lot because one of the main comments you guys were saying is go walk up to it. The car is either inside of the pizza parlor or it's a wrap on the window. I don't know. Let's check it out. So I'm walking to it right now. If you look at it actually from this point of view, the reflections look kind of accurate. There's a pizza place. There's a white car reflecting. That's right here.
Okay. Where's the ghost car?
And no, there's like
I don't
no
see
car in
it.
there.
Where's the ghost car?
This time the shop window accurately reflects what's right in front of it. The orange Corvette is no longer there. Cut to another video of a supposed, quote, glitch in the Matrix. Late one night in Nashville, Tennessee, a woman's friends tell her to quickly grab her camera and hurry outside to check out some very bizarre activity going on in the night sky.
Oh boy. What date is this? Oh, hell no. What the hell?
What was that? You guys.
Was a Green Lantern out there fighting somebody or some shit? Damn. You know what I mean? Like, is that how they film their Marvel superhero movie fight scenes? Really doing shit?
I got that. I got that.
Right, we all got that
Friends
one.
watch in shock as the moon seems to change colors
Hey,
from
W's in
green
the chat
to red.
for
and
Seaway.
then suddenly seems to just discharge some kind of electricity.
Oh my God.
Spectators to the shocking event believe that they witnessed everything from a possible government cover-up, aliens, and of course, maybe even a glitch in the Matrix. But whether it's a glitch, aliens, or maybe just a really good fake, I leave that up to you to decide. Followed home.
Different
Back
strokes
in
for different folks, Ronald.
2015, Candace Gardner
Oh,
and her
man.
husband attended a
Look real to
Halloween
me.
party at an abandoned and allegedly haunted prison with a dark history.
Mm-hmm.
It was a huge mistake. Candace says that the entire night at the party she felt like something was watching her. And ever since that night, strange things have been happening in Candace's home. She now believes
I hope things get better for you, Ghost. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Wes? What's up, Jared? Yo, hi, J Burger. Good to see you, bros. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Deep Purple? You know what I mean?
That a malicious entity might have followed her home from the old prison. A dark spirit that intends to harm her and her family. Soon after the prison trip, Candace begins to experience unexplained activity in her home. Lights flicker on and off at night while Candace and her husband sleep. Doors in the house open and close on.
Okay, okay, thank you. Shoot.
Watson. The Rainbow Fountain and Grill in Carrollton, Texas was built back in 1924, and before it became the popular local soda shop that it is today, it was home to a pharmacy and a medical office.
Oh, I bet.
One of the doctors who frequently worked out of the building was Dr. Robert Blackburn, who was famously known for bringing his cute little dog Watson along with him everywhere, even
Very
to
cute.
patients' houses. It is said that Dr. Blackburn's loyal little dog Watson still haunts the building to this day.
Word?
Over the years, workers and customers at the cafe claim to have had strange, unexplained experiences with the ghost of Watson the dog, saying that they could actually feel the spirit of the little dog jump right up on their legs. Since the restaurant added security cameras, they have started to capture some of these strange encounters on video.
Man.
Take a look.
Hey, what's up, Apex? The hell? What happened?
On video. Take a look.
Oh. And that's exactly what you would do if a dog was like trying to hump your leg. Well, at least he's still active reproductively.
CCTV footage shows employees and visitors getting nipped at the ankles or even scratched by something that they can't see. Now, with so many people experiencing the exact same phenomena, and with all of it caught on camera, it makes you wonder whether the spirit of little Watson the dog is still hanging around the old soda shop.
Definitely seems
Scaring
like
the
it.
patrons, but perhaps only trying to find new friends to play with. In a flash.
Man, that makes some clear food. That bitch a girl. You want that bitch? That's your ass. Hey, man, what you do?
Sometimes a very silly moment turns scary in an instant. Two guys are just goofing around, but then, like a bolt out of the blue, fun time is over.
I'll do some pranks on people, boy. Pick it up.
Oh God.
A sudden, very close lightning strike rips through the clouds and scares the living out of them, sending them running inside in terror. He didn't see it.
That will
Axel
always
Oza
make me laugh.
frequently explores caves and tunnels in the woods of Colomos, Mexico. After finding what seems like evidence of witchcraft in one of those caves, Axel believes that some dark entity attached itself to him and now
Yeah, it did,
follows
Ronald.
him wherever he goes. One day, in the strangest place, a public restroom, Axel starts to hear bizarre sounds.
Hey, what's up, King
He takes
Taj?
out his phone and hits record. And what happens next is like
Yeah, that
something
Costco people
right
hit.
out of a nightmare.
No, gente, quiero que vean. Estoy ahorita en el baño de
Hey, what's up, Sam's Bit of Gaming?
universidad.
Hope you guys are having a great day. You know what I'm saying?
Bueno, acabo de terminar de hacer el baño.
A productive morning.
Pues estaba todo normal. Pero
I'm about to
ahorita
get
están
candy.
ruidos raros. Y se está tocando la puerta, pero quiero que vean
Then there was knocking.
que pues no hay nada. Vean, ahí está mi reflejo. Mi reflejo, pero vean de este lado. Pues aquí no hay nada. ¿Ah? Vean,
That's good.
tampoco hay nada.
Nothing over. And or so below. Nothing in the stalls.
Y acá el lugar es bastante pequeño y está mi reflejo. Pero a ver, uy. ¿Escucharon?
I don't trust that at all.
¿Escucharon? No hay nada.
Axel
We
hears
don't
a
edit that
strange
out.
slamming sound from one of the bathroom stalls, even though he knows there's no one else in the restroom. But did you see it? A face can be seen peeking through the small crack in the bathroom stall door. But when Axel looks over the top, there's no one there.
Disappears.
Axel is completely unaware of the disturbing face he just captured. In fact, he doesn't even notice until he posts his video online. Then the comments come flooding in. People tell Axel, hey, there was a face looking out. But Axel says he didn't see it.
Yo, I appreciate the compliment, King Taj. You know what I'm saying? I remember you from some of my other streams, bro. Hope you've been having a productive day. Hope you had a productive day so far, bro.
Hello, doggy. It's a little before 6 in the morning when a Reddit user's dog who's home alone experiences something very creepy.
Absolutely not. They can't be jump scaring the animals. That's specious. Oh, hell no.
Out with the trash. So could a paranormal entity be attached to this toy? Let me know what you think. Monkeying around. An antique collector says he stores all of his collectibles in a local storage unit. But lately, things have gotten a little strange. He says that he started to get odd complaints from the staff at the storage facility. They said that they heard bizarre loud noises coming from inside his storage unit at all hours of the day and night. The antique collector is very confused at what the noises could be and sets up a security camera inside the unit to see what could be going on. When he reviews the footage the next day, he is shocked.
Yo, I like your energy, King Taj. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Oh, hell no. It's a Tucky dial. Why it look like he receiving mouth to south on that washing machine? Never mind. He up. Oh, hell no. Hell to the nizzle. I'm up.
An old antique monkey doll that he recently purchased inexplicably sits up and just moves around on its own. Then it drops right back down, motionless. After witnessing this creepy incident, the antique collector says that he believes that the old doll might be cursed or have a paranormal entity attached to it.
You think? What gave it away? You know what I mean? Hey, guys in the chat, what gave it away that this doll was probably haunted in some way, shape, or form? You know what I'm saying? Oh boy, wrong answers only.
So is this footage real, or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Oh, I bet.
As always, you decide. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe.
Yep. I already wouldn't have trusted it.
Cameraman to spend the night.
Damn, all that.
Can be seen 20 years ago.
Damn. This one probably actually gonna be scary. Shit.
His parents had kept him locked in the garage. Pop real. Perhaps not. And what does he want with Ricky's son?
A bigger tax return at the end of the year?
Let me know your thoughts down in the comments.
You get a lot for claiming a child.
Away. Over on the popular YouTube channel Fourth Wall, they hear a story about a very haunted house. Allegedly, the entity that haunts the house is so strong that it actually took the lives of 3 of the 4 family members who lived in the home.
Damn.
Locals claim that only the 10-year-old son was left alive.
Like some real life Grudge type shit. Damn.
As his parents had kept him locked in the garage to keep him safe from this evil entity. Now, that was 20 years ago. So more recently, a paranormal enthusiast decided to do his own investigation to see if the house is
Hey, what's
really
up, bro? Grand
as
Razor
haunted
Paws?
as locals
It's going
claim.
good, bro. I hope you're having a
Man
good day,
places
too.
a static camera in the room where the
Yo,
deceased
thanks for
family
asking,
was
bros.
found 20 years earlier. What he captures on video chills him to his core.
I remember one. I hope you're likewise, Jay Burger. I hope you're having a wonderful day as well. This is the real Grudge House, bro. Grudge House, man. Nut.
The unexplained loud shaking of the house's garage doors can be
Man.
heard in the video.
Hello, chat.
That's
Hello,
not
Kermit.
all,
What's up, Kermit the
because
Frog?
did
Hope
you
you're having a
see
good
it?
day, bros.
Someone can be seen standing at the entrance of the room, seemingly watching or waiting. After seeing this ominous-looking figure in his footage, the investigator just gets out of there.
Hell yeah.
The new owner of the house now fears that his home is cursed.
I ain't
So
got
he
nothing to do with
contacts
this.
popular paranormal YouTube channel Fourth Wall and asks them to investigate the house.
Oh, I bet.
So, Fourth Wall sends in a cameraman to spend the night and capture whatever paranormal evidence he can.
Nope.
It did not go well.
Spend the night? That's disrespectful as hell. Spend the night. Shit, I wouldn't even spend a minute off up in this mug. All right, guys, we're still good. You know, we're still doing good. This isn't scary. Please, God, no face press up against those glasses.
The unexplained voice of a woman can be heard.
Yo, W using the chat for Lindsay Noel. W using the chat for Lindsay Noel. She just super chatted straight through the channel. Yo, that's what's up. 9 more super chats. And we jump directly into our scary gaming portion of the evening, day, and or afternoon. Gia. Hey, what's up, cool kid? Hey, I'm glad you're having a good day, Kermit the Frog. What's up, the Jester? Yeah. Yo, what's up, bro? Grand Raising Paws? The Grudge traumatized you, King Taj? So look, I remember my first time watching Grudge. It was Halloween night. I was hanging out with this girl who had acted like she didn't. I was hanging out with this girl, and you know, we never did anything. At least it's a long story. I'm about to tell you guys once we jump into the scary gaming portion, but you know.
What the voice says isn't clear. The cameraman is a bit freaked out and looks all around, but he is all alone in the house.
Oh boy.
The investigator decides to leave static night vision cameras inside and outside the garage where the little boy was found unharmed 20 years earlier.
Word?
The man then leaves the property to see if anything happens while he's gone. When he reviews his footage later, he is shocked by what he captured.
I'd have paid somebody to go back and get the footage. Yep, just bless the house and play Party in the USA. Party in the USA will make any entity pissed. You know what I mean?
The garage doors
Animal.
begin to shake violently as a pale figure seems to walk past the lower opening of one door, ambling slowly towards the room where the family's bodies were found 20 years earlier.
Oh, no.
The camera outside the garage captures the same loud shaking of the garage doors, but there's no figure to be seen. So, 20 years ago, was this what took the unfortunate family's lives? And did they lock their son in the garage to keep him safe from whatever this is?
Probably.
You decide. You can watch this entire investigation over on the YouTube channel, Fourth Wall. We need scary videos, so if you see something that you think should be on Nuke's...
That's understandable. That's a good goal, Jared. You know what I mean?
Cats in the Cradle. Nurse Marquette Jean from Mankato, Minnesota is enjoying a quiet night at home when suddenly her eye catches something strange on her daughter's baby monitor.
That's some shit straight out of Dead by Daylight. I love how the kids are just chilling like it didn't just happen.
Is there a cat in here?
No.
Oh, sorry. Love you, night. Are you okay? What's wrong? No, it's okay. I was just checking on you. Good night. I love you.
I'm scary.
Huh?
I'm scary.
You're scary?
Huh?
Why?
It's a monster. It's really scary.
Hell
There's
no.
no monster in the window. I'll look. See? I'll look.
On the monitor, Marquette Jean sees a bizarre figure that resembles a cat that seems to pass right through her daughter's bedroom door. But when she asks little Everly about the cat, the 3-year-old instead complains that, quote, there's a monster in the window and that she's scared. Now, oddly enough, Marquette says that her beloved cat
That's
passed
understandable that you
away
thought that the baby was
last
a demon.
summer. She
Kermit
also
the Frog.
says that, quote, weird and bad things have been happening in their home.
Yeah, you're right,
for a
Luca.
very
She
long
definitely needs to
time.
go.
But this is the first time that they have ever caught anything on camera. Marquette is not sure exactly what this is.
Yeah, the ghost
Strange
deserves his space.
playmates. Afnan Arash claims that a strange presence has invaded his home in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. He says that this powerful entity seems to grow stronger with each passing day.
Hell no. Ah! We gonna edit that out.
Afnan fully expects that one of his family members is simply playing a prank on him. But when he yanks the curtain back, there's no one there. But the bizarre paranormal activity in Afnan's house soon starts to become even stronger.
I'm doing good, Zebo. Hope you're doing good as well. Appreciate the well wishes, bro. Motherfucker, what? Ah! Motherfucker.
Something seems to be hiding in the very small cupboard in Afnan's kitchen. Something that quickly reveals a small, childlike hand. Afnan begins to wonder if the strange entity that he is dealing with is attempting to imitate a child.
The hell?
And to his horror, before long, whatever this presence is seems to attach itself to his young son.
Shit.
Papa, dia bisa main dengan siapa tu?
Yang beli pergi masuk bilik. Masuk bilik dulu. Assalamualaikum.
The shit.
Assalamualaikum. Dupis. Dupis. Masuk.
Bye. This ghost goes both ways.
Dupis. Kenapa Dupis selalu main dengan dia tu? Hah?
Kalau Papa nak tahu, Papa bukan dia.
Nope, gotta whoop him. Whoop the child.
Afnan is horrified when his son seems to start playing with some strange entity that he can't see. But then, one night, the bizarre presence seems to show itself in its true form. And it's pure nightmare fuel.
With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and end the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. No, I'm messing with y'all, man. This is, oh God, I'm getting scared, but we got this. Oh my God, oh my God. 9 more super chats, and we will immediately jump into our scary gaming portion of the stream. Yeah, I mean, the easiest way to super chat your boy is directly through the tip jar. You know what I'm saying? We got the sound effect clip fixed, so if you guys do send something through there, it comes through and a loud sound plays. If I'm watching scary stuff, it might jump scare me. You know, but we gonna edit that out. Oh boy. The second best way to super chat is directly through the channel. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this. Motherfucker, what?
Something with long dark hair can be seen lingering behind the fridge, but when Afnan goes to look, there's nothing there. This thing then appears out of the darkness right in front of him. Now, as always, I leave it up to you to decide whether the clips are real or not. But either way, these videos are definitely very creepy. The Dark Visitor. TikTok user Alex from the Dominican Republic receives a very bizarre video from one of his friends. The video shows his friend leaving his apartment to go to work at around 5:30 in the morning. What happens next is truly bizarre.
Motherfucker, what? Hey, what's up, Luigi Aiden?
While closing his apartment door, a very odd-looking dark translucent figure can be seen in the background, just
hey, what's up, Pony
walking
Wisp?
through the hallway. But then, it just disappears into thin air. The guy catches
Understandable,
the
Curtin.
figure from the corner of his eye,
What's up, Luca?
but he doesn't realize what it was until he reviews his CCTV footage. The clip went viral on TikTok, racking up nearly 7 million views, and tons of viewer feedback came pouring in. So to very quickly answer some viewer questions and even claims that the video was fake, the guy records a super quick video to explain exactly what happened.
Este video, el cual se viralizó, no tiene ningún tipo de edición, así como yo le estuve explicando a Alex. Esta fue la cámara que
Yep.
captó.
Definitely look like we fighting a hunchback.
Fue todo real, mi gente. Gracias.
Hi, Terry Young.
So what do you think this
Hi,
could
chat.
be? Is it real? Or is it all just a TikTok hoax? You decide. Attachments.
That's what's
Daniel
up. I like that
Thompson
you play
from
on your
California lives with his mother in a house
on your bass
completely
guitar,
filled with
Luigi
his
Aiden.
mom's collection of antique dolls, furniture, and vintage trinkets.
Hey guys, gonna give a little tour of my place because I guess some of you were asking about it. Hi Mom.
Hi, how are you doing?
Check out this 1930s Art Deco mannequin.
1928.
Okay, all of this vintage stuff my mom got in like France, I think. Look at these dolls. My mom just like collects dolls. Every room of this house is filled with antique. Even the bathroom.
Daniel says that his mother has been collecting antiques for as long as he can remember, and he's starting to believe that some of the items might have something supernatural attached to them.
Oh, I bet.
One night when Daniel hears bizarre tapping
Hey,
coming
what's
from
up,
a room
Jack Avery? Hope you're
downstairs,
having a great day, bro.
he takes out his phone and begins to record.
Guys. Do you hear that?
I like that you record rock music, bros.
Those are the tapping noises I was talking about.
miniature furniture inside the... It's 2:30 a.m. and the knocking returns. But this time, it's not coming from the dollhouse.
Outside camera saying nothing there. Ain't shit there. Yo, W's in the chat for J Burger. Thank you for the 2 super chat, bros. Yo, bro, I love your energy, man. Yo, that's what's up. Love white energy. Love white people. Hey, look, for real, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going to go investigate the sound. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to send my white homeboy. Usually his name is like Jake or something like John or something like that. Or I'm going to send my girlfriend, you know what I mean? And because I feel secure in her arms. And then while she's on her way to go check it out with like a baseball bat in her hand, I'm going to stop her and let her know, hey, baby. And whatever you do, do not be afraid to make me a sandwich while you're in there as well. You know, have I ever told you you're as beautiful as an Xbox 360? You really are. Pre-Red Ring of Doom. You know what I'm saying? Ladies like that compliment. Look, guys, hey, tell your wife and or girlfriend that she is as pretty as an Xbox S series. That's real. That's how you get, I'm not going to say mouth stuff, but, you know, like food, not other mouth things. Dog blinking. All right, you guys, we are 8 super chats away from turning on scary games. You serious? Bro, you better take out the pistol.
At this point, Daniel has had enough, and he moves the old dollhouse into the garage with some other old collectibles. And this is when things start to get really creepy.
Shit, you better up the blicky. Nah. Ooh. Oh. 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 No. 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 It says Superman no here.
Disturbingly, a doll's eyes seem to move on their own. Daniel begins to wonder if whatever is haunting the dollhouse might have moved into the creepy little doll. But some of Daniel's viewers on TikTok start to get a bit suspicious as to whether his clips are real.
So some of you are saying that I am making all of this up, which I totally get, and honestly I cannot prove to you, like, undoubtedly that it's real. I just am reporting to you guys what I am seeing.
Now, even Daniel's own mother is skeptical of his claims that something from the dollhouse might now be haunting their home. But all that changes one night when she too experiences something downright chilling.
This is my daughter, Lady Mary Toks.
Oh, everyone's going.
She was the rest of us was on the Riviera, but I hope you enjoy yourself.
Sure? Oh, everyone's going. I'm thinking about
I went over to America 10 years ago to try my luck, and I've been there ever since. They call us the Hollywood Raj.
But you never stop saying. You know that.
Last time I was there.
As Daniel's mother is watching TV on the couch, little footsteps like those of a small child can be heard running right behind her. The
Hell
sound
to the
of the
nizz off.
sound startles her so much that she quickly raises up to look and is visibly freaked out because there's no one there. So could Daniel's mother's hobby of collecting antiques for all
That's
these
real, Jay
years
Burger.
be the cause of their paranormal experiences?
I like your sense of humor, Jay Burger. That's real. All you got to do is just trip one of them, you know, either that or like a close family member or something, when you're running from something that eats people. And, you know, somehow you're going to make it. You're going to get away, you know. Just don't tell people that you tripped someone.
Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. The man on the top floor. Japanese paranormal investigator Gachan from the YouTube channel Clip Store sets out to explore an old abandoned hotel all by himself. The hotel sadly had to close its doors in financial ruin over 30 years ago, driving the owner of the hotel to tragically end his own life. Visitors to the abandoned structure often claim to have seen the apparition of a man, and some say they've even heard his voice. Now, while exploring the second floor of the hotel, Gachan is a bit shaken up when he hears strange noises coming from somewhere in the hallway.
Yo, W's in the chat to Jay Berger and Lindsay Noel. Appreciate you guys, yo. I love you guys' energy. Damn. Oh yeah, they're there, all right.
Door slams shut all by itself. Gachan's first instinct is to make sure that no other person is with him in the hotel, and he asks several times whether someone is there. When he receives no answer, he takes a look inside the room, but no one there. During his investigation, Gachan keeps hearing something dripping inside the hotel's elevator shaft.
Oh, I bet.
When he reaches the top of the building, he takes a look inside the open shaft. What happens next is downright chilling.
Oh shit. What are we doing? What are we doing? Please don't scare the shit out of us. I don't know if I would look down that. Motherfucker, you better not climb that string.
Did you see it? Gachan looks inside the elevator shaft but doesn't find anything to explain the strange dripping noise he's been hearing. But when he walks away, his camera pans around and captures the horrifying sight of two legs hanging inside the top of the elevator shaft.
Oh no! Damn that.
Gachan doesn't even know what he just captured until he reviews his footage later at home. So could it be that these pale legs belong to the spirit of the deceased owner? Or is there something else going on here? Let me know what you think. You can watch this entire 2-part investigation over on the YouTube channel Clip Store. The Haunted Nevada State Prison. Paranormal investigator AJ from the YouTube channel Ghost Vexers Paranormal sets out to investigate the infamous Nevada State Prison in Carson
That's
City,
real, Jay Berger.
Nevada.
Just run out
The
and we
prison was
will
built
survive.
In 1862 and housed
You got
some of
you
the
got
most
good plans,
notorious
man.
and violent inmates in the world, many of whom never made it out. With hundreds of deeply troubled prisoners that lost their lives inside its walls and 160 years worth of history, it's no wonder that the building is said to be extremely haunted. The old prison was closed down in 2012, and the custodians now host creepy tours to share the strange and very dark history of the prison. AJ is exploring the abandoned jail late at night in hopes of catching some sort of supernatural activity. As he's walking along a cell block all by himself, he captures something truly chilling.
Yo, much love to Kid Crazy. Hey, appreciate the compliment.
That was pretty terrifying.
Right in front of AJ, a tall white figure appears to walk by and out of sight. The investigator says that he didn't even see the apparition at the time and only noticed it when he went back through his footage. Now, if you're a longtime viewer of this channel, you know that AJ isn't the first one to capture something truly bizarre at the old Nevada State Prison.
Why has it got to be in Nevada, though? Why can't it be like a California state or a Dakota state or a Mexico state? You know what I mean? Like, why I got to be Nevada, bro? Why I got to be where I live at?
The Haunted Side Paranormal Investigations team, Patrick and Jason, also caught something on camera in the prison that they just didn't see at the time. Jason is filming Patrick as he walks down one of the prison hallways. In order to provoke some sort of supernatural activity, Patrick is acting as if he's a new inmate who just arrived at the Nevada State Prison. And then, this happens.
Oh my God. Yo, W's in the chat. W's in the chat when you guys just sent something straight through the tip jar, yo. W's in the chat, guys. That's what's up. Yo, appreciate you, China Bryant. Yo. W's in the chat for China Bryant. Just sit straight through the super chat. Straight through the channel. W's in the chat, yo. Hey. All right, you guys, 7 more super chats, and we immediately jumping on the scary games. You know what I'm saying? I might have to go to class, but, you know, we all know what school do.
I'm the newest prisoner. Which cell's mine?
Did you see it? Even though the bright light shining on Patrick from the camera doesn't change at all, some odd black shadow suddenly envelops most of Patrick's body, blocking out the light. The Haunted Side team only noticed this strange unexplained light anomaly after reviewing their video later. There is no logical explanation as to why Patrick would suddenly be covered in darkness. So, combined with AJ's bizarre white figure, we have 2 creepy incidents caught on camera at the Nevada State Prison. So is the old jail haunted by its former inmates?
Yes.
Let me know what you think. These paranormal moments can be found on the YouTube channels Ghost Vexers Paranormal.
Oh no, you guys are good. You know what I'm saying? Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's part of it, you know what I'm saying? The song is supposed to jump scare me. It just does a very good job of it. It did a better job than I thought it would. But yeah, W's in the chat, you guys. Love you guys' this energy, yo.
And the Haunted Side. Frozen in his tracks. TikTok user Creed4 is enjoying a hike out in the woods when he notices a small bunny behaving very strangely.
It's just a bunny rabbit. Understandable.
Camille, he was right there.
A wild rabbit freezes in its tracks and doesn't move even when the hiker comes close. And his camera captures a creepy muffled voice asking for help.
Where you at, ma'am? We got you coming up fresh.
He was right there.
Bro, that forest is haunted. Damn that.
The hiker believes he might have captured some kind of strange creature trying to lure him out into the woods. He says that he'll never hike again without some kind of weapon. So what do you think this creepy voice could be?
Oh, hell no.
Let me know. Undetected. Nukes Top 5 viewer German Corona
Yeah, that
reached out to
sounded
me about
crazy,
a very
J-Burger.
strange incident that he captured at his home in Santa Barbara, California. German says that one night he got an alarming notification from his security camera that a person had been spotted on top of his roof. He hurried outside to investigate, but he found no one and nothing there. The same night he receives another notification. Again, a person has been detected on his property. When he reviews his security footage, he is shocked by what he finds.
That's a cat. Nothing supernatural about that.
Now it's a little hard to make out, but the faint shape of something can be seen moving around on German's property, seemingly climbing from the ground up to the roof and then back down again. Whatever it is seems to capture the attention of German's cat, who seems to stare at the bizarre shape before just looking around in absolute confusion. So could it be that German accidentally captured paranormal activity outside his home? Or what do you think this could be? Let me know. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed.
Yep. Damn all that. You know what I'm saying? Blasphemous HD doesn't trust it. Okay. What it is, guys, it's your boy Blasphemous HD, and today we are here to check out a video by none other than Mr. Nightmare. You know what I'm saying? It's a video called 3 Creepy Real Stories with Photos and Videos Attached to it. Let's do this. At the end of this, I'm going to share one of my own stories about videos and photos, and good Lord, the story I just came up with is bad. We might have to edit that out. It is nasty. It's about the time that I accidentally showed my family, my entire family, my gooch. I accidentally made it come up on the big screen TV in the living room. Everyone saw it. Luckily enough for me, it was no shaft, only balls. So that's what gooch is. Let's do this.
Mark was a college student living in Indiana. His house was quiet and sat next to some woods. During the day, everything felt normal, but at night, the woods made the place feel strange. Behind his house, under the patio, there was a hot tub. That's where everything happened. It was Saturday night, March 29th, around 12:30 a.m. Spring break was ending and school was starting again soon. Mark had his 3 close friends over, Kyle, Keenan, and Derek. They were spending one last night hanging out. They were in the garage playing pool, blasting music, and drinking. Everyone was laughing and having fun. It felt like a good night. After a while, Kyle said they should go in the hot tub. It was cold outside, so the warm water sounded even better. Everyone agreed. They got changed into swim trunks, grabbed their drinks, and went into the hot tub. The warm water
What am I
felt
eating?
good as they talked, made jokes, and didn't pay attention to the time.
Just pure balls.
Then
Yeah,
they
Jay
heard
Burger.
something. It was
I'm
the
eating
sound
Jolly
of sticks
Ranchers.
breaking, like footsteps coming from the woods. It didn't sound like an animal. It sounded like a person. They all went quiet and looked around. Keenan tried to calm everyone down and said it was probably nothing. The others laughed, but it was more to stop feeling nervous. They turned the music up louder and tried to keep talking. About 10 minutes later, a man walked out of the woods. He stepped into the light from the patio. He was wearing a long black coat, white sweatpants, and a gaming headset. His eyes were wide, and his face didn't show any feeling. Everyone jumped. They yelled at him and asked who he was and what he was doing. The man raised his hands and said his name was Seth. He said he was 33 years old, and he heard them laughing and wanted to join. The guys just looked at each other, confused. Mark told him to leave, but he didn't listen. Instead, Seth took off his coat, then his shoes, and then his pants.
Bro, this exact same thing happened to me over at the Lamb Crib. You know what I'm saying? Homeless dude showed up, and the homies pulled guns on him. Homeless dude, we was all kicking in the backyard, man. Everybody was having a good time. We had females over and shit. And this homeless dude, he hears us having a good time, hops the gate, and comes on. Now, I was not home when this happened. You know what I'm saying? Or I probably would have maybe beat up dude a little bit myself, because that's creepy. But he pulled a Vitali. This motherfucker hopped the back fence gate and runs up to us. And runs up to everybody and starts trying to make for, hey, man, you know, let's be friends, let's hang out. I'm hanging out here with you. That's not how that works, man.
He was now in only his underwear. Then he got into the hot tub. No one knew what to say. Mark pulled out his phone and started recording, not for fun, but because the whole thing felt unreal. This was the footage he captured.
Wait, I saw the dream right there. What was over here?
They started asking Seth questions, like where he came from and if he knew anyone there. He just kept saying he heard them laughing and wanted to hang out. Then he said something really disturbing. He said he had molested a child.
Now you about to get beat the hell up.
That changed everything, obviously.
Now you about to get beat up.
The guys jumped out of the hot tub and started yelling at him to leave. They pulled him out of the water. Seth didn't try to stop them. He just stood there, dripping wet and staring. Then he slowly walked back into the woods without saying anything. The group ran inside and locked all the doors. Some of them laughed nervously, trying to shake it off, but Mark and Kyle didn't feel okay. They felt like it wasn't over. About 15 minutes passed. Kyle said they should go back out to lock the hot tub.
Goddamn Czechoslovakians.
Mark said okay, so they got flashlights and stepped outside. That's when Mark saw something next to the hot tub. It was a phone. He picked it up and saw the screen light up.
Yo, W's in the chat for no coochie. Yo, no coochie just sent 5 straight through the channel. W's in the chat for no couchie. Yo, you trying to play some Fort later? Also, how's the stream going? The stream's going good. W's in the chat for no couchie. I hope that's how I pronounce your name. Yeah, these kind of sound like jawbreakers. They are delicious. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm down to play some Fortnite a little bit later on, bros. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever was on the lock screen made him drop the phone. He didn't say what it was, but it scared him. He said he thought Seth would come back, so they ran inside and told the others. Everyone tried to stay calm. Then they heard a tapping sound on the window. Mark already knew who it was. He opened the curtain, and wouldn't you know it, Seth was standing right there.
Yep.
His face was pale, his eyes were wide open, and he had a creepy smile. He didn't say anything, he didn't move, he just stared.
You better get your legs broke.
Mark yelled for Kyle. Kyle ran in and called the police.
Nope.
Mark grabbed a bat and went to the front door. He yelled for Seth to leave and take his phone. Seth didn't answer. Instead, he slowly walked around the side of the house. Mark followed a little bit and looked through the patio window. Seth was standing there again, staring inside. Mark told him the cops were coming and that he needed to leave.
Yep.
But Seth didn't move. He just slowly raised his hand and waved once.
Hey, yo, no couchy. How long have you been playing Fortnite, bros? Yeah. I'm off work today, so I can join in. That's what's up. Yeah. Seth's gonna get all the hands. Hey, that's for real, China. For real.
Then he turned and walked back into the woods. The police arrived a few minutes later. The guys told them everything. The officers searched the woods and found Seth standing alone, just looking toward the house. They arrested him for trespassing, and everyone thought it was over.
Oh boy.
But Mark didn't feel that way. A few days later, he saw a post on Snapchat from a girl who lived nearby. It was a video. It showed another man, not Seth, trying to break into her house late at night. That's what bothered Mark the most. It meant Seth might not be the only one out there. There could be more. They could be connected, and they might not be done.
The few, the proud, the thirsty.
A few years ago, 3 high school friends named Beck, Matthew, and Tyler decided to explore a sewer tunnel in their neighborhood. It was winter and very cold outside. The tunnel was at the edge of their neighborhood, under a small creek next to some office buildings. These buildings were...
Hold up, y'all.
empty and dark at night. The boys had seen the tunnel before, but never went inside of it.
Yo.
It always looked creepy, and they joked about it, but deep down they were curious. That night, they finally decided to go in. They brought sleds with them, thinking it would help if someone asked what they were doing. They knew they weren't allowed to be there, but they wanted to do something exciting. Just as they pulled into the parking lot, a police car showed up. A police officer got out and asked what they were doing there. Someone had apparently seen them on the security camera. Tyler quickly said that they were just going sledding. The officer looked at them for a moment, then told them to leave. So they left, but only for a little while. After driving around for about 30 minutes, they came back. This time,
yeah, I hate sewer tunnels too.
Behind a building.
Hey, happy birthday, Dave. Strange name for a person with a birthday, but oh well. Happy birthday.
Building where no one could see them. They walked down a hill behind the buildings. They could see their breath in the cold, crisp air. They stood in front of the tunnel, noting how big, round, and completely dark inside it was. They turned on their flashlights and walked in.
Everybody? Okay. Dude, this is... Oh, look at the date, dude.
I just realized it's probably not birthday Dave's birthday. He's got to be nice to be told that every day, though. Happy birthday. But yeah, happy birthday, Dave.
Oh my gosh.
Inside the tunnel, the ground was dry. It was quiet, except for the sound of water dripping deeper in. The walls had graffiti all over them. Most of it looked old, but one thing caught their eye. A date was spray painted in large red numbers. 6/19/19. The paint
I appreciate the compliment, Pony Wisp.
like it was done recently. That made them feel uneasy.
No problem,
Their
birthday
flashlights
Dave.
weren't very strong. And
Hope you have a
didn't
great
shine very
birthday.
far.
Hope you have a
Still,
productive
they kept
birthday,
walking
bros.
and acting tough, but deep down they were nervous. The farther they went, the colder it got. The temperature was dropping fast. Even though they were underground, they could still see their breath. The walls looked like they had ice on them. Big icicles hung down from the ceiling. Some were huge and sharp.
Keep it slow.
Oh, I see a light down there, see it?
I think I saw movement. Wait.
All right, you guys, once we reach 41 more in Super Chat, we will immediately jump into our scary gaming portion of the stream. Let's do this.
What's that? Hello?
Should we keep going?
Should we keep going?
Hey, what you get from McDonald's, Seaway?
Dude, and these icicles can like impale.
Hey, I appreciate the compliment, Michael Martin.
Suddenly, a loud cracking sound echoing from further down the tunnel sends the group fleeing in fear. The sound resembled something heavy hitting stone. It wasn't any of them. The sound came from deeper inside the tunnel, too far to see. They tripped, slid, and bumped into each other as they rushed to get out. When they got outside, they were shaking and breathing hard. That's when Beck noticed his phone was missing. He had dropped it while they were running. Tyler and Matthew told him to forget about it. They didn't want to go back in, but Beck didn't listen. He grabbed his flashlight and started walking toward the tunnel again. The others followed, but they didn't want to. The tunnel felt different this time. It felt even darker. The air felt heavy and strange, like something was wrong. Their flashlights didn't work as well, and the silence was even worse than before. It felt like something was watching them.
I feel like my pocket got like a little emptier over here. Somewhere over here. I have to go over here this way.
No, dude, that's when we fucking heard the noise.
Shit, dude. Do I have to go back there?
You're going first, bro.
We're not leading the way. Somebody else lead the way, please.
No, it's your phone.
At some point off camera, Beck found his phone. Afterwards, the group continued deeper into the tunnel investigating. And that's when they heard a sound.
That rock? It must have hit like here or something.
What was it? Do you remember
A loud scream came from deeper in the tunnel. It echoed off the walls and felt like it was getting closer. They didn't wait. They turned and ran as fast as they could.
Hell yeah, they did.
This time, no one talked, no one looked back. They just ran. They got to the car, jumped in, and drove away without stopping. The car ride back was mostly silent. The three friends thought it was over when they all got home.
Well, I bet.
They were ready to move on with their lives. But late that night, Beck's doorbell rang twice. This was at some off hour in the night. When Beck's dad went to answer the door, nobody was there. This, of course, begs the question, were the boys followed home that night? Or was it simply a very unfortunately timed ding-dong ditch?
Damn.
That remains a mystery. The night left more questions than answers for the three friends, but they all heard the noises and of course got it on video. Perhaps it was something they weren't meant to stumble upon.
Definitely sounds like Slender Man. Or an Insurgent Woods encounter.
In April of 2022, a man named Connor took a construction job far from home as part of a 3-month accommodation program. The pay was decent, and he needed every dollar. He wasn't in the best place financially, and the bonus of working alongside his longtime friend Jim made the opportunity more appealing. They figured it would be a nice change of pace. Extra cash, time away from home, and some peace from the chaos of everyday life. The job itself wasn't bad. A few weeks in, Ryan had adjusted well to the routine, but the area they were stationed in was remote, deep in rural countryside. There were long, winding roads with barely any signs of life. It wasn't unusual to go miles without seeing a single home. Ryan had always loved the outdoors, and he saw this isolation as a chance to unplug. Most of his coworkers blew their weekends drinking, but Ryan had different plans. He wanted solitude. He wanted quiet. So when Friday rolled around, he packed his gear and prepared for a weekend of hiking and camping deep within the woods. A narrow trailhead just 5 minutes from his temporary accommodation became his entry point. Within 20 minutes, he was deep in the forest. The only sound was the wind and the crunch of his boots. He smoked a couple joints as he made his way further in, letting the stress just melt away. The isolation was comforting for him. Well, at first. Around 7 p.m., the sun began to sink behind the treetops. Shadows stretched long across the trail. Ryan knew it was time to find a place to settle.
Hey, what's up,
That's when he noticed something unusual. There was a scent in the air, burning firewood, and a light layer of smoke drifted between the trees. At first, it seemed normal. Maybe another camper, maybe a local. But then, he caught something just barely in the corner of his vision. The faint orange glow of fire flickering through the trees. Curious and confident, Ryan left the trail and headed towards the source. He wasn't scared. He trained in combat sports during his teens and stayed in good shape. Still, something about this felt off to him. As he moved closer, he began to see strange metallic glints. Shopping carts, dozens of them. They were tied to trees with rope hanging for the branches. Some mangled and suspended in bizarre positions, like a twisted jungle gym of rusted steel. It didn't look like a campsite. It looked like a ritual site, like something meant to be seen and feared. Ryan pulled out his phone and started snapping photos. He had to prove this to his friends someday because no one would believe it otherwise. Then, something even stranger caught his eye. Hung directly above the fire was a charred, old-fashioned duck ornament. Sitting in the duck's back was a scorched baby doll. The thing was melted, its limbs warped from heat. Ryan took a photo of that too, but the longer he stared, the more disturbed he felt. His chest began to tighten. The fire was roaring, clearly tended to recently. There were water bottles scattered around. Someone had been there, or currently was there, maybe still watching. He thought about turning around, thought about heading straight back to the trailhead, but something made him keep walking. He tried to convince himself it was nothing, just some weird loner, maybe drunk, probably harmless. Still, he checked over his shoulder more than once. 20 minutes passed, and he'd put real distance between himself and that eerie camp, but daylight was fading fast, and he needed firewood before it got too dark. He veered off the trail again, this time to gather supplies. He wasn't worried. He had emergency wood in his pack, but not enough to last the entire night. He needed more. After about an hour of preparation, Ryan had set up his tent and built a small fire. It was around 9 p.m. when he prepped a steak and potato meal in foil and nestled it in the glowing embers. He smoked another joint to dull the anxiety, and for a while, everything seemed okay again. With his meal finished and the fire crackling, Ryan settled in for the night. He turned on a pre-downloaded playlist of true crime podcasts, listening to cold case files as the forest around him darkened. There was no signal out there, no distractions, just firelight and static-filled voices recounting unsolved murders. At some point, he drifted off to sleep, but it didn't last. He woke up suddenly.
What's up,
The
Super
air
Gamers?
inside his tent felt colder. The fire
What type of
outside
bottles
had
do I like?
dimmed. He checked his
I like bottles filled with juice, like pineapple juice and stuff like that. I don't really drink a lot of liquor, honestly.
He checked his phone. 4 a.m. He didn't know what had woken him up until he heard it. Whistling. A slow, eerie tune carried through the trees surrounding his camp. He froze. His body wouldn't move. It was like something inside him had shut down. He lay motionless, listening as the sound crept closer. Then the whistling stopped.
Damn.
What followed was worse.
That's wild.
Soft
Hey, what's up,
footsteps.
birthday Dave?
Fast, light, and quiet, circling
Hey guys, what time is it where you guys are at? And also type of 1 in the chat if the audio's good, type of 2 in the chat if the audio's bad.
his tent. He couldn't see them, but he could hear them crunching twigs and shifting leaves. His heart pounded in his throat. Then, without thinking, his body finally snapped into motion. He jumped up, threw on his boots, and burst out of the tent. What made it worse, what twisted the fear into something primal, was that the footsteps had come from the direction he had entered the trail. The way back to safety was now blocked. He had no choice but to run deeper into the forest. He sprinted as fast as he could, crashing through brush and low branches. But behind him, he could hear more footsteps, multiple, and they weren't in sync.
That's what's
The
up,
sounds
Oscar.
overlapped,
What's up, C-Way?
too
What's up,
fast
China
and
Brand?
scattered to just be one person. There were two of them, maybe more. For 5 straight minutes, he ran until his lungs burned and his legs begged for rest. He found a dense cluster of trees and dove into the underbrush, burying himself in leaves and tangled roots. He didn't move. He barely breathed. The footsteps faded, distant now, but he didn't dare come out. He waited, still and silent in the dark. Eventually, he knew he had to move. He crawled through the forest with branches cutting into his arms and legs.
Oh boy.
Every step was slow and careful. When the trees finally began to thin, he broke into one final sprint. He recognized the trailhead, the way out, and he ran without stopping. No one followed him after that. The forest was quiet, but the damage was done. He got back to his accommodation and immediately reported the incident to the police. They took his statement and promised to investigate, but he never heard anything back. To this day, Ryan believes the people who chased him were the same ones who built that bizarre shrine of carts and dolls. What they were doing out there and what they wanted, he doesn't know. But it was more than just a creepy encounter. To him, it felt ritualistic, cult-like. He finished his contract and returned home, but the memory never left him. He still remembers the sound of the footsteps, the whistling, and the feeling of helplessness. If there's anything to learn from this story, it would be to trust your instincts. If you find something that doesn't feel right, you should leave. Ryan almost didn't, and he knows he might not have lived to tell the story if he had stayed. This video was me experimenting with...
Yeah, it does low-key sound like Slender Man. All right, you guys, I got class, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead, get ready, you know what I'm saying, to head up to school. You know what I'm saying? I got college class, y'all know how it is. You know what I mean? Anime class, you know? Got anime class today. I know, they make a class about everything nowadays, right? Yo, hope you guys had a great day. You know what I'm saying? We chilling off up in this mug. Still waiting on Doom 3. Well, the new Doom to come out, man. That is going to be awesome. You know what I'm saying? Yo, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to comment, like, and or subscribe. It's your boy Blasphemous HD. See you guys.